In a lush and vibrant jungle, there lived two unlikely neighbors, a clever and cunning fox and a kind-hearted, generous stork. Despite their differences, they shared the territory peacefully, exchanging nods and greetings when their paths crossed. One sunny afternoon, the fox, who was always devising new schemes for amusement, decided to play a little trick on the stork. "Would you join me for dinner tomorrow night? I'd love to have your company," the fox inquired with a deceptive warmth. The stork, always trusting and gracious, accepted the invitation with a gentle nod and a delighted flutter of her wings. She looked forward to the evening with a sense of anticipation and goodwill. When the dinner evening arrived, the fox set out a special dish for his guest, a shallow plate filled with delicious-smelling soup. The fox had cunningly planned this meal, knowing that the stork, with her long and slender beak, couldn't effectively eat from a plate. The stork tried her best to sip the soup, but ended up awkwardly clattering her beak against the dish, unable to savor the meal at all. The fox watched with glee, chuckling at the stork's predicament, finding his trick thoroughly amusing. But the stork, though embarrassed and disappointed, said nothing of her discomfort. Instead, she gracefully stood, thanked the fox for his hospitality, and made her way back home with her head held high, a plan forming in her generous and just mind. A few days later, it was the stork's turn to extend an invitation. "Dear fox," she chirped sweetly, "won't you come dine with me tomorrow evening?" The fox, pleased for another opportunity to socialize and intrigued to experience the stork's hospitality, agreed happily. The next evening, the fox arrived at the stork's nest, his appetite whetted and curiosity piqued. To his surprise, the stork served their meal in a tall, slender jar. The food smelled divine, enticingly rich and savory. But alas, the jar's neck was far too narrow for the fox to reach inside with his short snout. As the stork elegantly dipped her beak into the jar and enjoyed her dinner with evident delight, the fox found himself in quite the predicament. No matter how he twisted or tilted his head, he couldn't get even a taste of the meal. Realization dawned on the fox as he recognized the stork's quiet revenge. It mirrored his own trick, but was delivered with a lesson in humility. Feeling ashamed, the fox understood the stork's message. He looked at the stork with newfound respect and remorse. "I see now," the fox admitted. "It's not much fun when the play is turned on you. Please forgive me for my thoughtless trick." The stork, ever gracious, smiled and accepted the fox's apology. "It's all right, fox," she replied kindly. "I only wish to remind you that we should treat others the way we want to be treated." From that day forward, the fox abandoned his tricks and nurtured a friendship of equality and respect with the stork. And so, they lived in harmony, teaching the jungle the quiet strength of kindness and understanding. Moral: we should treat others the way we want to be treated. Tricking others can backfire on us.